Hi, PJ!
Hello, Daniela.
May audible naman.
Yes,
Yun. O, kumusta? How are you today?
I'm doing great. It's the weekend, so ayun, that's really a fun time for me para makapagpahinga for the next work week. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Ayun, sorry. Nakaka-istorbo ata ako sa weekend. Charot. Pero, thank you so much for accepting this invitation. Tapos, alam ko busy din yung given na may day job and yung weekend na lang nga yung pahinga. But, thank you so much for accepting this invitation.
No worries. I'm very much happy to be here.
Ayan. So, let's start, okay? As we all know here, you're the man behind the Pinoy Page Turners, di ba? Ayun, ang bongga lang. um, I have, nakita ko yung sa social media mo, and you're one of the few, if I'm not mistaken, na nagpro-promote ng Philippine literature. And as a fellow reader, I'm amazed sa passion mong ito, sa initiative nito na to promote Philippine literature. So let's all find out kung sino nga ba si PJ Nadella, who's this man behind the Pinoy Page Turner. Can you tell me something about yourself and your passion sa reading? Ayun.
Yeah, so hello, I am PJ. I'm currently 26 years old, and I am a senior content writer by trade. But outside my professional work, I run this blog called Pinoy Page Turner. So it's basically a platform for like microblogging or blogging in general about Philippine literature, the books, the authors, the community itself. So yeah, so I do it in my free time whenever time permits. So um yeah, that's what I do.
Am I right na it's a one-man team? Ikaw yung gumagawa ng video and social media cards, lahat ng graphics. Am I right?
Yes, actually it's more of a passion project really kasi I try to be accommodating as much as possible kasi for other people they prefer videos, other people prefer pictures or articles ganyan. So I try to promote Filipino works, creative works across various social media sites. So ayun, it really takes time, especially if it's going to be a review. I have to read the whole book before I am able to provide a profound and like comprehensive analysis of the book and share it with other people ganyan. So I also take my time to film the videos if it's going to be like in video format and edit themselves. So it's really a lot to handle. But yeah, I don't have a team. I do it all myself.
Ang amazing lang at nakikita namin yung motivation mo and kung dedication na gawin yung ganitong klaseng initiative. So let us um tanong ko lang, what's your take on reading? Bakit naging passion mo siya or naging hobby mo siya? And tell us yung konting background about your passion in reading.
Mm, well, reading is something that was um taught to me, I guess. It's something that was nurtured in our family. So growing up, my dad made it a point to make sure that we picked up books and we tried reading ganyan. Pero it wasn't until I was in my like teen or preteen like years that I was really able to appreciate it like on my own. At first it was more of like a chore, like it was being not really forced on me, but parang alam mo yun, ine-encourage ka ng parents mo magbasa, pero it wasn't really something that I was actively like interested in. And later on, when I found like the genre that was really speaking to me, that was when I started like exploring more, like by myself, ganyan. So the reason why I am doing this passion project is because I think it's a great catalyst for change. Kasi especially here in the Philippines, we have now a reading crisis sa bansa, reading comprehension crisis. So for some people it's not like a big thing, pero it could lead to a series of problems that could affect a lot of people. So for someone like me who is really just a normal citizen, I think through my passion for reading, I could like create um things, or maybe like be a part of something bigger by doing something that I love. Ayun.
You mentioned na hindi siya right away na na-in love ka sa reading. It's like ayun nga, parang chores lang parents mo. But when you found out that genre na nagustuhan mo, dun ka na na-hook in reading. So, Filipino book ba right away yung nagustuhan mo, or it's more on Western kind of books?
No, it wasn't a Filipino book. I honestly think that, well, before we go there, it wasn't a Filipino book, but it was a Western book written by an American person. Um, it was actually the book was actually The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. Um, it touches on, so it's a middle grade book about like o- retellings of Greek mythologies, like set in like a contemporary era. So it was like fantasy adventure, something that would speak to a young person, like when I read it at the time. So yeah, it wasn't a Filipino book, mainly because the only literary pieces available for me at the time, and that was encouraged by other people at the time, were Western books. So hindi sa akin accessible, or hindi sa akin ini-encourage na magbasa ng Filipino books at the time.
Given that, paano nabuo yung idea na i-promote yung mga Filipiniana? Given na
Yes.
yung hindi dahil sa Filipino books na buo yung love mo for reading. What made you think na maganda i-promote, or why sa dami ng contents na pwedeng i-promote online, since social media malaki and wide yung reach niya, why promote Filipiniana?
Yes. So it was the pandemic. It was at the time when I graduated from college. So like many others, I had a lot of time like to myself. And it was a time when I finished like writing our thesis sa college, and I was really burnt out because I didn't have any like avenue to express myself or really enjoy myself. So sabi ko, hala, it's been a while since I read like a book. So I went online and tried looking for book recommendations, and there I saw, like, I was introduced to BookTube. So BookTube is like a niche in YouTube wherein a lot of people go online and read books and recommend like their current reads to other people, like filming themselves and like posting it online. So sabi ko, this is very interesting. A fun like habit to do, or to pick up, kasi parang you're reading like novels and then talking about books. So for a bookworm, it must be a fun thing to do. So sabi ko, hala, gusto kong gawin din to. But then I realized, meron kayang ganito sa Philippines? Like, are there other people who are like a part of the booktube community? And then I checked, there was like I figured out that the booktube community in the Philippines isn't as robust as it is in the West. So, hindi sila ganun karami. And that's when I realized that after reading so much books, after reading like over 100 books, I was only able to read like one Filipino book. So sabi ko, that's such a sad fact kasi parang bakit isa lang yung Filipino book na nabasa ko when I have read like so much from other cultures ganyan. So sabi ko why not maybe I could try like reading Filipino books and then documenting my experience. If it's gonna be like something that I don't enjoy, I mean, it's a process. Okay, sige, hindi ko trip. Pero at least I was able to document that my disinterest in Filipiniana is valid because I was able to really try. So I wasn't like other people na parang hindi ko trip kasi ganto ganyan pero I haven't read like a single Filipino book. So but if it turns out to be like an interesting thing, if I like enjoy it, like the process of it, di good. I was able to enjoy and also like share my experience with other people. So that was like how the idea or the ideation of the project was birthed. But it was only after like 3 years that I was able to really start the project. So na ideate siya ng 2020 pero I was only able to start like filming and then like blogging in 2023.
Oh, so ang haba nung conceiving process niya, parang ilang years. So, ano yung pinakauna mong Filipino book na feature sa Pinoy Page to Turners?
Yeah, so the first Filipino book that I featured on my platform was How to Make a Salagubang Helicopter by Jim Pascual Agustin. So, Sir Jim Pascual Agustin is a Filipino poet based in South Africa, I believe. So, he writes about Filipinos, their experiences during certain political regimes, and then basically the human experience. He also writes about like other stuff, including the bombings in Gaza. So it's really eye opening, and I think it was a very interesting read and worth sharing with other people. So, How to Make a Salagubang Helicopter basically talks about life itself and how people view mortality because I don't want to dive deep into it much kasi it's not really the focus of this interview, but I just want to share lang din how interesting it was for me. I it's a collection of poetry, so like poems ganyan. So the reason why I chose it is because it was the first thing that I bought in National Bookstore. And also I'm a firm believer that um to encourage people to read, I highly suggest people to start reading with shorter pieces. Kasi it gives you a sense of satisfaction eh. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. Natapos ko yung libro. Magbasa kaya ulit ako. Alam mo yun? So, yeah. Ayun,
So,
ayun siya.
how was your first na video or first feature? Paano mo siya promote sa SOCMED bilang 'di ba ito pa lang yung parang pilot episode or pilot feature. So paano mo siya na-ensure na ma-reach niya yung wide people or paano yung promotion mo sa first mo na vlog?
Yeah, so from the time na naisip ko yung project noong 2020, parang hindi ko naman siya actively iniisip kung paano ko siya gagawin. Pero it's been on my mind like from 2020 to 2023. So parang, gusto ko ganito yung name nung blog, ganyan. Gusto ko ganito yung ganyan, ganyan. Pero hindi ko siya sinsulat. Alam mo yun, parang it's just at the back of my mind. So, I don't have any shame naman when it comes to like sharing my thoughts online. I'm very vocal about what I am passionate about. So I simply made like initially the main format of my content was supposed to be purely on YouTube because I wanted to talk about books in general, ganyan. It gives me sit down videos, ganyan. Pero given that I had like a day job and also I was trying to live my life, I can't be confined like within the four walls of my room filming, ganyan. So I tried to think of like other ways to create content and like promote so that I wouldn't take as much time to put out something to encourage other people to read, ganyan. So kung ang kaya lang ng oras ko ngayon ay mag-post ng graphic like photo and like a short caption about the summary or about this book, and then so be it. If I have like a longer time, like at another given time to film a lengthier video, so be it. So ayun, that's what I do.
May particular Filipino book author ka ba na favorite or like nag-inspire sa'yo na gawin tong passion project na to?
Actually, wala eh. Kasi I started out the project really on the sole purpose of promoting Filipino works. But what's interesting with what I'm doing is I don't have knowledge with a lot of Filipino authors and a lot of Filipino books. They usually send me like copies of their books. Hello, PJ. Would you be interested in reviewing like a book? Ganyan. I would give you a copy of my book. So when I receive it, when I read it, it's such a novel experience kasi parang I have no um prejudice against this author or against the genre of his books kasi hindi ko siya kilala. So it's like a date. It's like a book date. So you get to be surprised every single time when you get reading copies from authors.
In your opinion, ano yung nasa mga Philippine literature natin na what make it unique? Kung i-compare mo sa ibang literature, what make Philippine literature stand out?
Actually, this was like something that I noticed when I like ventured into this project. Kasi if you read Western or like literary pieces from East Asia, meron silang distinct way of storytelling. And with Filipino literature, it's really surprising kasi may something sa storytelling like way nila. With Western books, they usually follow like Joseph Campbell's The Hero's Journey, ganyan. So a character ventures out into the world, meron siyang gustong makuha, may mangyayari. He goes on a length a journey to either get this something or save the princess, ganyan. Pero with Filipino literature, it's really deconstructed because I was able to read a novel wherein the story takes place within a span of 10 years. So every chapter talks about the person's experience within that year. So one chapter, 10 years, meron siyang 10 chapters sa book. There was also a book that I read wherein it almost has no plot. So parang it's really interesting kasi parang I don't normally get to read this stuff with Western books. So they really have a different way of telling a story with like Filipino stories ganyan. And also what makes it more interesting is the stories themselves kasi we come from a different background, we come from a different culture, we have different stories to tell. So ayun.
You mentioned earlier na yung first feature mo na book, parang may mga um, ang deep ng mga themes, 'di ba? So, sa mga na-consume mo na ng mga Filipino books, ano yung mga like mga issues or mga tema na usually na fini-feature nila? Ano yun? It's more on political ba, society, or like underdevelopment, mga ganong issues sa society natin?
Yeah, so there is a recurring theme mostly with the books that I've read so far. Katulad nung nabanggit ko kanina yung book like spanning 10 years. So the book is called Isang Dekadang Resti. So it's about a boy and his life from age 6 to 16. So it mainly talks about a boy and like a series of goodbyes in his life. Pero underneath, it really tackles about like socio-political issues, like socio-economic issues, ganyan. Yung access ng poor with education and like limited like financial opportunities for them. So pero it's what's interesting about that is that it's told through the eyes of a child. It's not as heavy as you would assume it to be. So sobrang gaan niya basahin pero at the same time you see this boy go through a series of problems pero he goes through it like with a smile or he shrugs it off ganyan. His mom has to go abroad para mabuhay sila and yung feelings niya about it but he just shrugs it off kasi kailangan eh wala ka naman choice. So there's like a recurring like theme with katulad ng ano, social political issues, social economic issues. Also, there's also this thing that I am observing na we're mostly tied when it comes to like fantasy or adventure novels. We're mostly tied with Philippine mythology. So there's a strong connection to it mainly because um with our culture nag-originate tayo sa animism eh, mga anito ganyan. So you can't really compare it with the West kasi they have sci-fi, with fantasy naman they have knights and things like that. Pero with um Filipino literature, I think it's going to be mostly tied with spiritual mysticism. Mga diwata, tikbalang, ganyan. So, ayun. So far, yun pa lang na-observe ko.
As of now, ilan na yung mga books na na-feature mo with
Only a handful. Probably, well, it depends. Kasi when I was running my blog actively, I had different like series na nurture sa platform ko. So mainly there was this book review, the book reviews. The book reviews take time to do kasi I have to read them first before I like write my review and then film myself talking about it and then editing. So it takes a while before I am able to put it out. So during that time, I was really passionate about promoting the books. And I had to think of another way to talk about other books while I'm reading the books that I have to review. So, meron akong niran na not necessarily campaign pero parang a series of postings throughout the year, last year. Ang tawag sa kanya is like bookstore Biyernes. So with bookstore Biyernes, every like Friday I feature a Filipino bookstore, either or publisher or press, either a traditional or independent. So I tell the people na like here are the bookstores wherein you can buy Filipino books. So every Friday that was a thing. But at the same time, I was also featuring like Filipino authors every Tuesday. So that was Manunulat Martes. With Manunulat Martes, I was not only featuring the authors but also yung buong bibliography nila. So I was posting like photos of their books and the titles, ganyan, so that they know that these Filipino authors have this much work that you can explore. So if we are only talking about posting about books, I have a lot, probably hundreds posted about it. But if it's going to be like reviews, I have only like posted a couple because I don't have much time to do it. So ayun.
Ang amazing nung idea about the bookstore Biyernes tsaka yung Martas Manunulat, tama?
Manunulat Martes,
Manunulat
yes.
Martas, yes. Kasi isa sa mga problem na na-notice ko is hindi market well yung mga Filipino literature at hindi alam ng mga Filipinos kung saan nga dapat ba bumili. Kasi yung mga nasa national bookstore, usually mga Western, right? So, I think it's an amazing idea na i-feature yung ganun. So, within that mini segment sa page mo, ano yung favorite feedback or comment na nabigay ng ano mo ng followers mo na parang naisip mo I'm making a difference parang ganon. Do you have
Yeah, actually, yeah, so actually with just a quick background with Bookstore Biernes, there's actually a story behind it because I was already running the blog and I went to popular traditional bookstores to check titles that I can buy. So, trinay ko siyang trinay ko siyang tingnan kung meron ba akong mga titles na magugustuhan, pero I figured na sabi ko, bakit wala ng Filipino books dito sa mga popular bookstores na accessible sa akin? Like saan ba ako pwedeng bumili ng libro? So I went online and like ask people. So sabi ko, wala akong mahanap na Filipino books. Saan ba kayo bumibili ng Filipino books? Ganyan. So people commented, so doon siya nagsimula. Nung nakuha ko yung parang comments from other people na here are the bookstores na pwede mong pagbilhan. That's when Bookstore Biernes started. But the comments that I get from other people, mostly from I picked up a Filipino book or I tried reading this Filipino book because I saw your content. So that really warms my heart because I'm doing something that like uh, encourages people to read. At the same time, I receive messages from authors expressing their appreciation that I'm trying to bridge the gap between author and patron. So that gives me inspiration and encouragement to continue doing what I'm doing. So yeah.
so that just proved na ang impactful ng initiative mo na ito. Before we continue with our next questions, let's have a quick break muna. Hi PJ, welcome back.
Hello.
Ayun, so thank you for mentioning yung mga experiences mo tsaka yung mga features mo previously. So we learned a lot and as always, we appreciate yung mga ganitong klaseng initiative to promote Philippine literature na nakaka-boost din ng market of course ng Filipiniana and to raise awareness din sa mga societal issues na mostly fini-feature sa mga ganitong klaseng books. So, of course, for sure merong mga challenges na kaakibat yung pagpapromote natin ng Philippine literature. So, in your experience, ano tong what can you say is the biggest challenge na na-encounter mo in promoting local books? And paano mo siya nalampasan?
Yeah, so the main problem that I constantly have to face would be like being consistent. So people, maikli kasi yung attention span nila. So, if you stop posting for a while, they may not like really foster like any interest with any of the books that I'm posting about. So, for someone like me who like does it all, mahirap siya. Mahirap siya i-maintain, mahirap maging consistent na every time you have to read and then post and then read and then post. It like burns a person out. So I as much as possible I try to take breathers ganyan. If I feel like I'm being burnt out from posting, I take sabbaticals ganyan. So I wouldn't be burnt out kasi it's very important na magpahinga because then if I don't do it, I'm going to start hating the project when it when in fact it's not about me. It's about the authors, the Filipino creators, ganyan. So I really want to help them out and really like try to foster readership among other Filipinos. The second problem that I face, it doesn't happen all the time. Disclaimer. Pero from time to time it happens. When I receive books that I have to review from authors that don't really resonate with me. So I take my time to really highlight the strengths of a book even though it doesn't resonate with me. I have to be careful not because I want to please the author, not because it's supposed to be like lip service, but because hindi ibig sabihin na hindi ko nagustuhan ang isang libro, pangit na siya. It may not be for me, pero it may be for other people. So, if I post about the good things about this book that I don't necessarily like, other people might find it interesting na, oh, this book has these like aspects to it. Maybe I should try reading it kahit hindi siya para sa akin. Alam mo yun? Kasi to each their own. May mga sarili tayong mga interests. But at the same time, that shouldn't hinder me from promoting Filipino works.
So for the next question naman, ano naman yung mga ways mo to encourage people, especially the younger generation, to read and support Filipino literature?
Mainly about posting, I guess. I try to be on all social media platforms, but I don't necessarily like follow trends, ganyan. Other content creators do it, and there's nothing bad about it. If you want to follow trends, that's all right. Pero that's necessarily not my content. As much as possible, I want to focus on the like content of a book, ganyan, what I find interesting about it. So I don't follow trends. I just follow what I want to do with my content. And I don't force it upon people. If they're not interested about the book, that's okay. If they're interested about reading Western or East Asian novels, that's okay. Um the only thing that is important for me is for people to read because I believe it opens like a lot of opportunities for learning, for growth, for discourse, for change. So if I can encourage people to read, that's enough for me. Pero an extra mile would be for people to read local books talaga and supporting local creators, local writers, local presses, local publishers. So yeah.
You mentioned earlier na yung mare-recommend mo na mga content to new readers ay yung mga like small or short contents lang, di ba? So if you can recommend to a new or gusto magbasa ng Philippine literature, anong poetry book yung mare-recommend mo?
Well, if you're looking for like shorter pieces and like books talaga, I won't recommend heavy books. Maybe you could start with flash fiction, pocket books, um short stories that are available on like Palanca's website. So the reason why I encourage people to read shorter pieces kasi nga it gives you a sense of satisfaction. Pero I don't necessarily have something in mind that I would want to force upon people. Pero I really enjoyed reading Alamat series by Herbert De Leon. So Herbert De Leon is an independent writer based in the West, like in America, I believe. So he has this series that is called Alamat series. So each book talks about a certain mythological hero. So for the first book, it was Lamang. Now, the reason why I would suggest this to people if gusto nila magbasa, pero it's not short since it's an epic. It's an epic. So each book is an epic. The reason why I am encouraging people to read his works is because they're mostly retellings of famous epics in the Philippines. And when I first heard it, rather, or read it, I knew Lamang, but I did not know his story. So, I want to recommend it kasi you don't learn about these things at school anymore. You know, I learned it after college when I read the book. So, that's such a sad fact. Sobrang integral na part ng history and culture ng literature sa buhay ng isang tao. And it's not even like being talked about at school anymore. The government does not value it anymore enough for children to learn about it. So, ayun. Ayun. Alamat series by Herbert De Leon.
Okay. Do you have any collaborations or partnerships with like book associations, book bloggers, or even government agencies, perhaps?
Right now, I currently belong in a book club called Talk Bookish to Me. So, with Talk Bookish to Me, we have a lot of events that you can participate in. Sometimes they are tied with NGOs or maybe creative groups, um, like Comiket, ganyan, or NCCA, NCCA, NBDB. So, minsan, since maliit lang ang industry, ang publishing industry sa Philippines, you really get to mingle with a lot of people and have a lot of opportunities to nurture your passion for reading. So that's how it is for me. Aside from Talk Bookish to Me, sometimes I get invited to book conventions by Comiket. Ayun.
May
With
mga,
government naman, yeah, sometimes they invite me to PBF. So, maraming opportunities.
may mga upcoming projects ka ba or like promotion na need abangan ng mga followers mo as of the moment?
Yeah, so currently, even I'm at like sabbatical, I'm currently reading a lot of books. And I intend to post about them soon. I just need to take my time to really like write the reviews. But I also receive a couple of offers to review books from certain authors that may be popular and may not be in their radar. So that's what's coming up.
Can you share your like social media handles kung saan ka namin pwede makita, ma-follow? Can you, saan namin makikita ang Pinoy Page Turner?
Yeah, so I am on Facebook, Instagram, Threads. I am also on TikTok and YouTube. So they can follow me at Pinoy Page Turners. So that's my handle.
And do you have any like messages para sa mga um, readers na hindi pa nakaka-try magbasa ng Philippine literature and ayun, may any message for them?
Yeah, my only message is sobrang daming boses sa Pilipinas, sobrang daming kwento na kailangan ikwento. Kailangan lang ng pagkakataon na marinig at mapakinggan. So, subukan nyo lang magbasa ng Filipino Book Today kasi kwento natin yon. Kwento mo rin yun. So, ayun lang. Maraming salamat.
And on a side note, I heard na you're writing something din, di ba? You have, nakita ko sa Facebook content mo last time na you're creating a manuscript or a story. Can you share or you wanna share? Kung,
Yeah, actually,
if you
yeah.
want.
So, the reason for that is because when you get into the reading community in the Philippines, it's really robust and like really rich and like, very inspirational. I guess I am very much fortunate to be a part of this community because I get to do what I love and be amongst people who share my interest in literature. So I was inspired to maybe take up writing like other Filipino writers that I've been reading. So it's still in the process of writing. I don't necessarily have any offers yet for it to be published, but that's the goal. So if God forbid, you know, it happens, edi go. But yeah, so ayun lang.
Ayun, good luck PJ sa mga future endeavors mo and again, thank you so much for this interview. I had fun learning yung background and history with Pinoy Page Turners and um, I'm amazed and inspirational din sa akin yung background behind the Pinoy Page Turners. Tapos, yung dedication mo to do this stuff kasi syempre paano, I mean, we're adults, ang dami ring nangyayari sa buhay natin, but you take time to do amazing contents and to promote Philippine literature. And thank you so much for that. Kasi if you don't know, malaki yung impact nito, not in this generation, but of course sa future generation. Ayun, thank you so much for accepting this invitation for this interview and see you around. Kape soon.
Yeah, so
Ayun.
thank you very much as well, Dan. I
Uh,
appreciate and
thank
thank you for
you.
having me.
Thank you so much.